Greetings people, 'tis I, 480 volts, and welcome back to the bonus room of Let's Play Final Fantasy X-2. Alright, today we are going to begin the mystery of the Mi'ihen High Road, and we are going to expose the true culprit. And I promised you guys that I would basically show you all the important things you need to do chapter by chapter. So this is chapter 1, and there's only one thing you need to do. Here on the Mi'ihen High Road, where it says Central, you're gonna find this lady with 3 small Albed. Or I'm sorry, 3 small Machina. She is an Albed. It is imperative that you talk to her. Hello, what are you doing over here? We're experimenting to see if we can synchronize the High Road's Machina. Don't tell anyone you've seen this. So she seems awfully clammy about things. Like she's got something to hide. In my previous run, this was the only thing that I did not do. And it cost me being able to expose the true culprit because I didn't talk to this girl right here. I couldn't expose the true culprit. If you're trying to expose the true culprit, there is no margin of error and you have to do everything by the book. And I missed this itty bitty little detail. And I realized it about in chapter 3, and I was like, well, I can't exactly backtrack, can I? So that's why I'm just doing a whole separate bonus video. Anyway, that's all you have to do in chapter 1. Now let's cut to chapter 2. Okay, now we're here in chapter 2. We've just done the Chocobo mission where we catch a Chocobo for Callie, and now she and Clasko are aboard the airship. To my knowledge, there are no special requirements for that mission to exposing the true culprit of the Mi'ihen mystery. So, to be on the safe side, I've just gone ahead and set it up to when chapter 4 comes and we look at the comm spheres, we'll be able to frame Riku. The only thing you need to do to ensure, the only thing in chapter 2 that you need to do to ensure that you expose the true culprit is as soon as you've allowed Callie and Clasko to return to your airship, or even if you've refused them. The point is, once you come back here to the Mi'ihen High Road and it drops you off at Rin's travel agency, you want to go in the travel agency. If you don't do this, you will not be able to expose the true culprit later. And there, if you couldn't see, that was Rin walking out of the travel agency, okay? Once you see that, you're good. You've done what you need to do in chapter 2. All right. Now, let's cut to chapter 3. Alright, now we're in chapter 3. This is the Machina Madness side mission, where we have to destroy a bunch of Machina. The prerequisites here to exposing the true culprit of the Mi'ihen mystery is you need to make sure that you win this. So you need to make sure that you destroy more Machina than the Albed, which I'm doing so well on that point. I cannot lose at this point because I've destroyed what I need to. All you need to destroy is, there's 13 Machina units, you destroy 7 of them, you've already got the lead, and you've basically won the mission. So you need to make sure that you do that. And this is going to be the last one, by the way. And that should be it, right? Okay, so once you've destroyed all of the Machina...
For all your help. Here's your reward, as promised.
So you know how, like, when you press the start button during cutscenes? Okay, right now I can't skip. Let's just wait. So you get your money.
So what?
Can I skip now? Okay.
Make the Machina go all haywire. None of us can figure it out. Pretty creepy, huh?
Let's just hold on a minute now.
We found agency property smashed up, then the hover crashed. Just when we were about to look into that, the Machina went out of control.
Okay, well, it's weird because my walkthrough says don't skip this cutscene until a certain person pops in the frame. Right now, I don't even have the option to skip.
Well, if you find anything out, be sure and give the Gullwings a call.
Maybe don't skip through the
Ready to head
dialogue.
back?
Now, that wasn't a very feel-good ending, now...
Is it now? No.
Or was it?
People who want happy endings have to write their own.
Well, just...
Oh, what about me? I want a happy ending, too.
Just don't try to skip through the cutscene. Just, like, I think right now... Okay, no, maybe not. Just don't try to skip through this cutscene. Just let it all play out. They say there's a certain person that needs to pop in the frame. I'm not going to say who that person is for spoiling But let's just wait and let's just let it play out. I'm gonna let this pan around one more time, just so we're absolutely clear on it. Okay, I think that's good. And then it brings you back to the Celsius. Now, that's not all you have to do. There's another thing you need to do as well, and I'll show it. Let's head to the Mihen High Road again. Now, let's just, for the sake of time, let's just ride a hover over there. I've got so much money. Let's go to the travel agency. I just want to show something. Alright, so this happens anyway. Shinra installs a comm sphere right here. That's gonna happen no matter what when you take the mission. But there's another prerequisite that you need to get, and I'm just, for the sake of efficiency, I'm literally just gonna wear, if I can find it, one of my charm bangles, just so we don't get bogged down with battles. I'll just walk over there. I'll speed through it. Okay, you want to make sure you see this. Shinra drops a comm sphere down there. You need to make sure that you do that. Shinra dropped a comm sphere down here. Once you've done that, you do those things, then you're good. You've set up what you need for to expose the true. Well, you've set up what you need in Chapter 3 to expose the true culprit. It's not much. That's all you have to do. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty. We're gonna cut to Chapter 4. That's where it really gets interesting. Okay, now we're in Chapter 4. So, based on how I've done everything, I've set it up to where I can just about blame anybody. I could blame Riku, I could blame Callie, I could blame Prophet, I could blame the Chocobo Eater, I could even blame Rin. But I've got it set up that way where I can just about do anything. But what we're about to do now, this is where we take a definite turn. This is where, once you do this part, you're committed to framing one specific person. And if I do this right, I should be able to frame, or expose rather, the true culprit. So first, let's go to the Mihen High Road. Now let's just wait for, we've seen this cutscene already, but let's just wait for Rin to come out and alert us to what's going on.
Is something wrong?
Lately, a number of strange events have been occurring here on the high road. Our hover was destroyed. Also, the drone Machina malfunctioned. I've launched an investigation, but clues have been hard to come by. Forgive me for asking in such a busy time, but might I request your help in this matter?
Certainly.
I am relieved to hear it. With your help, the mystery will be solved in no time.
But what should we do?
I have placed a number of modified comm spheres along the high road for use in our investigation. Should you find anything suspicious, please report it to me.
Okay,
With
cool.
that, I bid you good luck.
Fun fact about Mr. Rin, I did not know this. This would apply also to Final Fantasy X. His voice actor is Mr. Tom Kenny. In Spyro the Dragon 2 and 3, he is the voice of Spyro. Also, the Professor and a few other characters. And for those of you who are kids or have kids, he's also the voice of SpongeBob. So there you go. If you had told me that Tom Kenny was in this game, I would have guessed Tobley, honestly. He sounds just like him, but that's a different guy. Okay. But whatever, there you go. Tom Kenny, good actor. Alright, so, if you've done everything that I've done in the, you know, in the last couple minutes, then you should be good. Remember when I told you, you know, in Chapter 3, make sure you revisit the Mihen High Road to see Shinra drop a comm sphere off? That's number 7 right here, Shinra's comm sphere. If you don't have that, if that's not listed here, if you just have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8, then you're kind of screwed. Well, this may actually be then 7 instead. If you don't see Shinra's comm sphere, then you're screwed. All right. Well, let's actually go ahead to begin this this line of investigation. Let's go ahead and start with Shinra's comm sphere. All right, let's go ahead and call Rin, even though he's right there. Oh, I had no idea there was a comm sphere installed here as well. Well then, let us continue our investigation. Yeah, see, he placed comm spheres all over the place, right? Places where he thought strange things were happening. But this one, Shinra placed. And I believe the one just outside the travel agency, Shinra also placed, because Rin was a little surprised when he saw it. All right, so we did that. Now let's go ahead and switch over to number 2. So let's just wait. All right, there's the Chocobo Eater. That's what we need. Let's wait for him to get all the way up to this console. All right, now let's call Rin. Have you found something? Ah, this is a Chocovorous fiend often seen on the high road. But why would it be here with not a Chocobo in sight? All right, now let's switch to number 4. All right, let's just, I think we've seen this one already. Let's just go ahead and call Rin. We saw it in the initial run. Allow me to investigate. There are marks here indicating that something fell into the ravine. All right, we did that. Now let's go ahead and switch to cam number 8. Please do everything exactly as I'm doing. All right, so that's Prophet. Now look, there's the Eater, the Chocobo Eater. They seem to be communicating. Let's go ahead and call Rin. Have you found something? That is Prophet, a man who is trying very hard to bring Chocobos back to the high road. Well, his tenacity is admirable. I never thought I would see him evangelizing fiends.
It seems we are getting closer to the heart of the matter. Perhaps further investigation will yield the clues we need.
And as I mentioned in my initial run, when you hear that sound and hear Rin say that, that means you've leveled up once in your investigation. So good. Let's go ahead and switch. Let's go to cam number 1. I believe we have seen this one before in the initial run. We're just gonna wait it out. Gonna wait it out, wait it out. Okay, cool. You should see the Seagull and the Chocobo Eater. Let's call Rin. Have you found something? How strange. That fiend never used to feed on the Spira gulls. Could it have expanded its palate? Alright. Let me just look. Alright, now let's switch over to cam number 4. Again, in my initial run, we saw this. So just wait. There's the Chocobo Eater chasing a hover. Let's call Rin. Have you found something? Is it attacking the hover? No. It is almost as though it were trying to eat it. My. Alright. Now we switch over to cam number 5. This is exactly the same as we did in the initial run. These 3 cams right here. So let's just wait. Okay. Some Machina. Let's go ahead and call Rin. Allow me to investigate. How awful. The Machina appear to have found a wounded man in the brush. Fortunately, his wounds are not severe. I will take him back to safety after I have surveyed the area.
It seems we are getting closer to the heart of the matter. Perhaps further investigation will yield the clues we need.
Alright, cool. So we leveled up. Alright, now according to my walkthrough, we need to switch to Cam 1, but without calling Rin, we need to immediately switch back to Cam 5. Now let's call Rin. Hey, bud. You called? How could I have missed such a vital clue? There is evidence of trauma on the side of the hover. It looks like something punched it? Huh, interesting. Alright, well, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go back to Cam 1. And without calling Rin, we're gonna head right back to Cam 5.
Did it break?
Okay. That was odd. That's supposed to happen, though. Don't worry. But yeah, that's interesting. Now let's head to Cam number 4.
Wonder what he's doing.
See, there's Rin down there. Anyway, let's go ahead and call him. I like how he just drops what he's doing and he comes running up the second you call him. Jeez, look at him run. Getting your steps in today, Rin.
I'm terribly sorry, but I have some business to attend to. Excuse me.
Oh. Okay. So now, at this point, I'm just, hang on, let me look at something real quick. Okay, I'm just looking at all this. Okay, we want to choose, for this next section, we need to go to, oh, hang on one second. Okay, sorry about that, had to take care of something. All right, for this next section, we need to choose a camera that Rin did not place. Now, it says here on my walkthrough that Cam 4, which is what we're currently on, would work too, but also Cam 7. I'm just gonna do Cam 7. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna select Cam 7, and we're gonna wait like 10 seconds or so. And this is gonna get kind of boring because we're gonna kind of be doing this for a while. All right, I'm sure that was 10 seconds. Let's go ahead and press circle to call Rin. Allow me to investigate. Everything seems to be in order. Oh, okay. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back to Cam 1. And then without doing anything, go right back to Cam 7. And do the same thing. We're gonna wait about 10 or so seconds-ish. Like right around here. And call Rin. Have you found something? Everything seems to be in order. Okay. Well, let's do it again. Switch back to Cam 1. And immediately go back to Cam 7. And guess what? We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna wait around 10 seconds. It looks like this is not working, but you have to do this according to my walkthrough. You have to do this several times, and it's gonna play out exactly the same each time. But theoretically, if you did everything correct, eventually something should change. Let's try now. You called? Nothing out of the ordinary here. Okay. How many times was that? Well, anyway, we're gonna head back to cam 1. And go back to cam 7 again. And guess what? We're gonna wait 10 more seconds. And yeah, that's good. Allow me to investigate. Not a clue in sight. Alright, see, if you're watching through any of the other comm spheres that Rin set up, those are areas where he thinks that there are points of interest. So, he's always going to notice something suspicious there. But here, we're choosing a place that he didn't install. Alright, let's go ahead and again, switch back to cam 1. And immediately back to 7. And we'll do the same thing. We'll wait about 10 seconds or so-ish. That should be good. You called? Everything seems to be in order. Alright. Well, guess what? Back to cam 1. Back to cam 7. Something around 10 seconds or so. Okay, and if I did everything correct...
Where's Rin?
Oh, he's not shown up.
Coming.
Maybe he's mad at us?
Yeah, he got tired of us calling him back and forth, Well, that's what we need. Once he stops showing up, then that means you did everything perfect. So, all we need to do now... yeah, we're done here. All we need to do now is head to... oh, and by the way, I kind of just did it. When Yuna and Shinra talk about like, oh, I guess Rin's not here, do exactly what I did just now. I didn't even think to mention it. Press the square button and just return right back to the Celsius. Don't like go to any other cams. Don't attempt to call Rin in any other places. If you do that, you've screwed up. Just immediately press the square button to head right back to the Celsius. That's important. I should have said that, but hopefully you saw how I did that. Okay, now it is time to go to chapter 5 and see if all my hard work paid off. Okay, and now we are here in chapter 5 for the moment of truth. Let's go ahead and select the Mihin High Road. Will we finally get to the bottom of this mystery? Don't miss the thrilling conclusion, Gullwings. Our proprietor Rin is presenting the results of his investigation into the high road troubles of late. Would you mind accompanying me to the travel agency? I don't mind at all. I would love to do this. And just talk to her, and then she'll say Rin is waiting for you outside. Now, assuming we have done everything correctly, this, well, let's just go ahead and do this. Sup, Rin?
This chocobo was being employed to power a ferry boat, so I purchased him.
What did you find out about the Machina incidents?
I have deduced that both the hover incident and the malfunctioning Machina drones were accidents.
And what caused these accidents?
I am trying to clear that matter up. I asked my assistants to inspect our Machina some time ago.
An inspection? I had heard that it was an experiment to synchronize the Machina.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yes, while performing maintenance to keep the Machina under control, we also experimented with upgrading them.
But you still couldn't control them.
True, but
How about this? The modified Machina that went haywire might have been what attacked the hover. What's more, synchronized Machina always act in unison. One malfunction could have triggered a similar effect in all the High Road's Machina. Something strange happened while we were investigating. Someone cut off our comm sphere's transmission.
it broke?
No, it was broken. We could see the culprit through a separate comm sphere. Rin, it was you.
Dun dun dun.
That's when I realized you never intended to catch the culprit. When I think about it, I've seen you on the high road a number of times now. Once before the Machina started acting strange, and then again after the incident was over. But before I could talk to you, you vanished, as if you didn't want to be seen. When the hover was destroyed, you knew the upgraded Machina were behind it. But then, when you tried to investigate, they all rebelled at once. So, you went around dismantling the rogue Machina. Yes, while we were busy fighting them. Then, you slipped away, just as everything was settling down. I am right, aren't I?
You are suggesting that my decision to upgrade the Machina resulted in a number of casualties, and that I tried to cover it up?
You put the investigation in our hands because we were amateurs. You hoped we would botch the case. And then, I kept calling you, even though I didn't have any leads. You would have objected to the meaningless interruptions if you really wanted to solve the case.
I see. It appears I have underestimated you, Yuna.
Why, Rin?
If word got out that Machina pose a danger, people would fear them and stop using them.
So Yevon's not alone in sweeping things under the rug.
I firmly believe that Machina are an indispensable part of Spira's development. Even if there is another incident, I intend to conceal the evidence.
Well, now that we know, what are you gonna
You
do?
really think people will follow you that way?
I am not alone in my thinking. We are researching ways to extract the vast energy that sleeps in Spira and use it to power Machina.
You're a jackass.
I will take that as a compliment.
Well, you scored the key item, Gippel's Sphere. And now you can ride chocobos free of charge on the Mian High Road. Talk to the hover attendant for more information. So yeah, Rin, it was him the entire time. And I dropped you a subtle little hint. I said I could frame Rin. What's gotten into Rin? Did he eat something weird? If Rin really wants to change the world, we might find ourselves on opposing teams someday. Yeah, and they don't so directly say, but like when he says he's trying to find a way to extract the sleeping energy of the planet and use it to power Machina, that's yet another thing where people say that, yeah, this is kind of a foreshadowing of Final Fantasy VII, you know, with the Shinra and Mako energy. I mean, and it could be. But if you look here, so now the Mian High Road's no longer a hotspot. But if you notice, I did not get episode complete. So yeah, you screw yourself out of episode completion and a little bit of percentage if you expose Rin as the true culprit. If you want to actually get a little bit of percentage in episode completion, you need to either frame Riku or I believe Callie, maybe Prophet. Now, I went ahead and framed Riku anyway. Like, in my normal playthrough, I'm just gonna frame Riku anyway, but there you have it. But, let's check out this, no, I didn't want to do the Comsphere network, my bad. Return to the bridge. Let's check out this, Gippel's Sphere that we got. This is the only way you can get this. So even though you don't get percentage for this or episode completion, If you don't do this, you're never gonna get that sphere, but let's watch it. Sup, Gipple?
Just got a transmission. Apparently the Guada were conducting a manhunt nearby.
Oh yeah?
Orders are to locate the Sumner Yuna and kill her guardians.
Oh boy. Oh hey, Orin!
Maybe you ought to lay low for a bit?
That advice?
No, I just don't want you stirring them up. The temples are after me too.
How about that?
Then I apologize in advance.
So I guess this was during Final
fighting?
Fantasy X.
I see. I'm tired of running from Yevon myself, and I have thought about fighting. I'd probably look like a jackass if I even suggested it.
Only a jackass can change the world.
Well.
Good call. Is Cookie Kubelgi Vekker Feather Yevon?
I'm gonna go pick a fight with Yevon.
Jackass. For good.
Well, there you are. That's how you expose Rin as the true culprit. So yeah, there you are. Well, I hope you enjoyed this bonus video of me showing you how to do that. In the next video, we will begin the long, arduous process of doing a 100% run of the game. Now, I'm not going to show the whole thing, obviously. Most of what you need to do is covered in my initial run, but I will show a few different things that I didn't do that time. So look forward to that. It's going to be several videos. It's not going to be done in one, obviously. But yeah, look forward to that. So thank you all so much for watching. My name's 480 Volts. Hope you guys enjoyed. You have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Pieces!